Now for our portfolios, we're going to want a longer video and the house spinning more slowly in order to show. So let's go ahead and use our scroll bar and give ourselves some more room on this timeline. I think a 10-second video is going to work pretty well. So let's take a look here in our output, and we're first going to change this to 300. So 300 divided by 30 is going to give us a 10-second video. Now it spins from 0 up to 360, and now we want it to spin back the other way. I'm going to use my jump to the end, so I'm on frame 300. I'm going to scroll up and do a 10% test so it renders quickly, and I need that value for my object called SketchUp to go from 360 back down to 0. I'm going to click and type. Don't try and drag it to 0, just click 0 on there. And remember, you have to right click and insert the keyframe so that it will actually remember to go back the other way. Let's take a look at that. I'm going to go over here, and spacebar does cause it to play. We can watch it spin that fast spin and then more slowly go back the other way. Looks like that'll work. Let's check our output and change the name of the file that will be created. So it's going to be a 10-second spin. More of a final 10-second one, still 10%. And it's going to add these numbers onto the end automatically. You can put your name in there at any time. Now your 100% final version must have your name on it, of course. I'm going to click accept and go to render animation. Now it's at 10%, so it's going to go very quickly. It's going to give us an idea of exactly how it's going to play, because it's going to make an actual video. When you're testing and running through here this way, it can go slower than it's actually supposed to. Like right there, it kind of got frozen. But here is our final 10% draft version of our house. Let's play that animation. It knows which one to play because it has its name down here in output. So when I say render animation, it will play that video. Again, it's very low resolution, but that's okay because we just wanted to test it out, make sure the keyframes are correct, the house doesn't get cut off, the lighting is going to show some nice shadows in there, and that will do. So let's do a final version. Bringing this back up to 100. Let's go ahead and save this file. It's been a while since we've done it. We've made quite a few changes here. And let's change the name that's going to be created. It's 10 seconds. This is 100%. Put your name on it. Click accept and let it render that animation. Now you can't do this at the very end of the class period unless there's no one coming after you. You can leave it rendering as long as you don't sign out. If you just lock it, then it'll keep rendering in the background. But we'll be restarting that machine when the next person needs the computer. So you have to make absolutely sure you have saved all of your work in a file, but if it doesn't work out, you can start it rendering the next day without having to go back, add the frames, do the keyframe, and test it out. So always save it before you render the animation. You can watch the amount of time that it takes for each frame to be rendered and even do some math and figure out just how long it's going to take. Remember, this is going to be cut off because it's doing the full 1920 by 1080 and I'm using some of my screen. So don't worry if it looks cut off here. It's the result that really matters. You can watch that file being created. Let me switch to my details view. And you can see, like, you can sort by date modified. Here is my 10-second spin with my name in it. getting created and adding. It doesn't know how long the video is until it is done. And now we know that's a 10-second video. We can go back here and close that render and even have it play it for us. Play, view animation. There we go. And we'll see the full quality version, exactly how fast it goes. And again, it might show it cut off, or probably that looks like the full render. So let's go ahead and close that and take a look at the file. So we have our 10-second 100% with my name on it. I'm going to double click. It's going to open with my viewer. It will play slow the first time a lot of times while it loads up that video, and then you can watch it repeat.